Hello friends, I hope you and your families are doing good. I am Priyanka Purohit from Shade Samriddhi Guidance SSG. In this particular video, we are going to cover only one question, which is illustration number 7. On your screens, you can watch the answer, you can take screenshot of it. So now let us start with another question for Accounting Standard 20. This is illustration number 7 from ICI study material. You can mark this question as important or for quick revision of Accounting Standard 20, as this cover various adjustment in one sum. So let us start reading it. From the books of Bharti Limited, following information are available as on 1st of April 2015 and 1st of April 2016. 2 years data are given. Equity shares of rupees 10 each. Here in this column only number are mentioned. You can write it here. So equity shares of rupees 10 each are 1 lakh. Partly paid equity shares of rupees 10 each, where rupees 5 is paid, are also 1 lakh. Options outstanding at an exercise price of rupees 60 for one equity share of rupees 10 each. Average fair value of the equity share during both the years is rupees 75, and such options are 10,000. 10% convertible preference shares of rupees 100 each. Conversion ratio is 2 equity shares for each preference share, and the number of such preference shares is 80,000. 12% convertible debentures of rupees 100. Conversion ratio is 4 equity shares for each debenture, and the number of such convertible debenture is 10,000. 10% dividend tax is payable for the years ending 31st March 2017 and 31st March 2016. So this dividend tax is, we have to use this for the calculation of preference shares. On 1st October 2016, the partly paid shares were fully paid. On 1st of January 2017, the company issued one bonus share for 8 shares held on that date. Net profit attributable to the equity shareholders for the years ending 31st March 2017 and 31st March 2016 were 10 lakhs. Assume tax rate at 30% for both the years. So what we are required to calculate? We are required to calculate earnings per share for the years ending 31st March 2017 and 16. That is for both the years. We have to calculate the earning per share as well as the diluted earning per share. Also, we have to state or calculate adjusted earning per share and diluted EPS for the year ending 31st March 2016. That is the first year, that is, you can say the previous year, assuming the same information for previous year. Also assume that the partly paid shares are eligible for proportionate dividend only. So this point we have already covered in the concept part, that if partly paid shares are eligible for proportionate dividend only, then we have to separately make its calculation. Have the question already mentioned that partly paid shares are also eligible for full dividend, then we don't have to make any other separate calculation. But in this question, we will make separate calculation for partly paid shares. So now I will show a separate screen, because the ICI answer, as you can see, is way too long, and also its presentation is not something which many of the students are comfortable with. So I will show another method in which answers will be the same. Just the presentation will be easy to understand, and you will get full marks if you follow that pattern. So now let us look into the answer. The EPS for both the years. For this, we will need the numerator as well as denominator. Numerator will be the net profit attributable to the equity shareholders, which is given 10 lakhs, and denominator we have to calculate as the weighted average number of shares. So let us look into the format first. So here the format is given. Please ignore the year, because consider 2002 as 16 and 2013 3 as 17. That is the first year as well as the second year. Please make this correction in your sheet if you have this. So now for basic EPS for the first year, in our case 2016, will be the net profit will be the same, that is 10 lakhs. The weighted number of shares would be calculated as, let us look into the question first. So equity shares of rupees 10 each were 1 lakh. Also partly paid shares of rupees 10 each, 5 paid up were there. So for this 5 paid up, since they have already mentioned in the question that partly paid shares are eligible for proportionate dividend only, we will consider it on proportionate basis only. So this 1 lakh will not be considered wholly, but for partly paid amount only. So let us look into the calculation. So weighted average number of shares will be 1 lakh plus 1 lakh into 5 being the amount paid up divided by 10 for whole 12 months. So 12 divided by 12. So this gives us the weighted average number of shares. In this case would be, so the average number of shares would be 1 lakh 50,000, and hence the basic EPS will come to 6.67 rupees. So this was the calculation for 2016. Now we will move on to the calculation of 2017. So for again 2017 also the net profit is same, which is again 10 lakhs. And for this we have to again calculate the weighted average number of shares. So in this case, as we can see in the question, the partly paid shares were converted to fully paid on 1st of October 2016. That is for 6 months. Since we are in the year 1617, for first 6 months the partly paid shares were of 5, and for the rest 6 months the partly paid shares were converted into fully paid. This 1 lakh will remain as it is. And also on 1st of January 2017, the company has issued bonus for 8 shares held as on that date. So for this particular bonus share, we have already learned in the concepts part that we have to consider it for the all the shares which are present, which the company has already issued as on that date. So in this case we will not consider the months, but we will consider it for the total number of shares. So let us look into the calculation. So the weighted average number of shares would be 1 lakh plus 1 lakh into 5 divided by 10 for 6 months. This was the when the shares were partly paid, and then plus 1 lakh into 6 by 12, since they were of converted to fully paid, plus the bonus shares, that is 1 share for every 8 shares. And at this point of time the total number of shares were how much? This 1 lakh plus the another 1 lakh, that is, as you can see in the screen, 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, and this 1 lakh which are again converted into fully paid, and this 1 lakh. So it makes the total of 2 lakhs. So for bonus we will take the calculation of 2 lakhs. So here you can write that this calculation was done for bonus, and these two calculations were of partly paid shares, and this 1 lakh is the one which is given in the question. So this makes the total weighted average number of shares 2 rupees, 2 number of shares to 2 lakhs. You can calculate it. This 1 lakh plus 25,000 partly paid shares, then again partly paid shares when they are fully converted for 6 months, that will come to 50,000, and now the bonus number of shares would be again 25,000. 1 by 8 into 2 lakhs will give you 25,000. So the total number of shares would be 2 lakh. So now the EPS would be calculated as 10 lakhs divided by 2 lakhs, which gives us the EPS of rupees 5. So we have completed the first part of the question. Now we will calculate the diluted earnings per share for both the years. Let us go to that sheet only. So for calculating the diluted EPS As we know in the concepts video also, that first of all, where there are various potential equity shares are given, we have to compute or ascertain the sequence which we have to follow. So for this, to ascertain the sequence, we will make this chart, that is to ascertain the increase in earnings per incremental equity share, and also where the earnings per incremental share is the least, the potential equity share is considered most dilutive, and vice versa. As you know, for options, will there be any increase in the earnings? No. So the increase for in case of option will be nil. But in case of equity shares, the number of shares will surely increase. So let us look into the question. For options, 10,000 shares are to be issued, but they are to be exercise price will be 60, and whereas the fair value is 75. So we have to compute the proportionate number of options, because since we have to compute the market price is 75 whereas the exercise price is 60, so we will compute the increase in number of shares. So that will be calculated as, I will make the calculation here. So 10 lakhs are the number of shares. It will be multiplied by 75, which is the fair value, minus 60, that is the exercise price, divided by 75 again. So this will give us the number of equity shares, which will come to 2000. So the incremental EPS in this case would be 0. Moving on to the 10% convertible preference shares. In case of convertible preference shares, here the amount, that is the dividend is first to have, the saving would be, increase in earning would be the saving from the preference dividend. So how will we calculate the what is the preference dividend on preference shares? So it is 80 lakhs 80,000 shares into 100 of into 10%. Also we will consider the dividend tax, it will also be saved, which is 10%, and in this question we will ignore the grossing up of preference dividend. So it will be calculated as 8 lakhs, which is the preference dividend, plus 10% of 8 lakhs, which is the dividend tax, which will also be saving. So it will be 80,000. So the total will be 8.8 lakhs. And now we will compute the number in of increase in the equity shares. So that will be calculated as, conversion ratio is 2 equity shares and total number of preference shares are 80,000. So the number of increase would be 1,60,000. 80,000 into 2, which will give us 1,60,000. So the incremental EPS would be 8,80,8.8 divided by 1.6, which is 5.5. Now we will consider the convertible debentures. So convertible debentures, in this what will be the increase in our earnings? It will be interest net of tax, because the tax shield will be our expense which we have to deduct. So first the interest would be 12% on 10 lakhs into 100, that is, so here the interest would be 1,20,000. From 1,20,000 we have to minus this tax shield of 30%, so it will give us 84,000. So net earnings will be 84,000. How we have calculated this? The interest was of 1.20 lakhs. From this we have minused the tax shield, because it will not be a saving for us anymore. So by this we have calculated the 84,000, and also the number of shares would be 4 equity shares for each. So there are 10,000 shares already, debentures. So the number of shares would again be 40,000, 10,000 into 4. So now the incremental EPS due to convertible debentures would be 2.1. Since we have computed all the incremental EPS, now we will do the ranking. In any question where there is option is given, it will be regarded as 1 because the least one will be given the highest rank. So this will consider as first. The debentures, convertible debentures will be ranked second, and finally the preference dividend will be marked third rank. So this is our final chart. Options first rank, convertible debenture second rank, and the convertible preference shares will be given the third rank. Now we will do the calculation of diluted earning per share. The net profit as reportable was 10 lakhs in our case, and the number of shares for here also you have to make the changes. It's not 2003, it's for 17, and it's not 2002, it's for 16. So we will move. First we will look into the number of shares which we have already taken in the first calculation. So it was 2 lakhs and 150. 2 lakhs and 1,50,000. So we will write here that only 2 lakhs in this case, 1.5 lakhs in the year 2016. So the EPS was 5 and 6.67. In case of option, there is no increase in equity in the net profit. However, in number of shares will increase by 2,000. So this will make the total to 10 lakhs here and 2.02. You just have to add this 2 lakhs plus 2,000 will give you 2.02. So the revised EPS would in this case would be 4.95. As you can see, this is dilutive EPS, and for here also we will do the same. 2 lakh, so the number would be 1.52. My pen is not working properly, please you can also make the calculation by yourself. So the EPS would be 6.58. Now moving further, now we will look into the debentures. For debentures, the increase in earning was of we are considering debentures first because it was given the second rank. So the earnings were increasing by 84,000. So we will add this also. So our revised earnings will be 10.84, and the number of shares would be 40,000. They will be increased by 40,000. So the revised number would be 2.42. So the EPS would be again dilutive to 4.48. And in this case also, the shares would be, that is in the last case also, we will just increase it by 40,000. So the number would be revised to 1.92 lakhs, and the EPS would be 5.65, which is again dilutive. Here it was 6.58, and now it is decreasing to 5.65. And lastly, the third rank was given to preference shares. So in preference shares, the income will increase by 8.8 lakhs, and hence the total net profit would be 92.64, and in case of number of shares it will increase by 1.6 lakhs, and it will make the total number of shares to 4.02, and hence the EPS would be 4.89. And as you can see here, the EPS is increasing in this case. Due to debentures and options, the EPS was reducing, but due to preference shares, the EPS for the current year, that is 2017, is increasing. So this will be considered as anti-dilutive. This is anti-dilutive. Similarly, for this case also we will do the same. For the last year, 1.6 lakh will be added, so it will make the total to 3.52, and EPS would be further reduced to 5.58. My pen is not working, guys, please cooperate with it. So now the diluted EPS for 2017 would be 4.48, and the diluted EPS for 2016 would be 5.58. Since here it was dilutive, here again it was dilutive, but this was anti-dilutive, and the least one would for 2016 would be this one, 5.58. First we will look into the ICI question also, so that you can match the answers. The answer for diluted EPS is 4.48 and 5.58, which we have computed, 4.48 and 5.58. So now we will do the last part. We have done the second part also. Now the last part is adjusted earning per share and diluted EPS for the year ending 31st March 2016, assuming that the same information for previous year is also the same. So we have to make just the adjustment of bonus shares, which we have not done in the year 2016. So in this case also the net profit would be 10 lakhs, and the number of shares would be calculated as 1,50,000. Just write it once, 1.5 lakhs plus 25,000, which are the bonus shares. So how 25,000 is calculated? Let us look into that first. So in this case we have calculated this 1,50,000. In this we are just going to add the bonus shares, that is 1/8 into 2 lakhs, which will give us 25,000. 1/8 into 2 lakhs will give us, this is the 25,000 figure. Now we will add these both and get the number of shares, which will come to 1,75,000. And so our revised EPS, restated EPS for the year 2016 would be 10 lakh divided by 1,75,000, which will give us the EPS of 5.71. If you want to match this answer also, I will show it to you. See, the answer of institute is also 5.71. Our answer and institute answer are matching. So now we will do the restatement of diluted EPS. So for again this also, so this part for adjusted diluted EPS, we will do it directly from the practice manual only, that is the ICI material only. So the net profit was 10 lakhs and the number of shares were 175. So how come 175? This 175. Same this we have to consider in here, this case also. So the EPS was 5.71, which we have already computed. In this we will add options. So options, there was no increase in the earning, but the number of shares were increasing by 2000, as we can see here, 2000 by options. So we will add this figure. So here again 10 lakhs will come, and this will come to 1,77,000. So by dividing this we will get the EPS, which is diluting since it is decreasing from 5.71 to 5.65. Next, since the ranking was given to convertible debentures, second rank was given to it, so we will consider 84,000 and 40,000. This we have wrote here, 84,000 as well as 40,000. We will add these two and get the diluted EPS, which is 4.99. And again the third ranking was given. The third ranking was given to the convertible preference shares. Hence, 8,80,000 as well as 1,60,000 are considered here, and by adding these two we will get the EPS, which is 5.21, and since it is increasing from the previous EPS of 4.9, we will consider it as anti-dilutive. Thus we have shown it here. So the adjusted EPS, the adjusted diluted EPS will be 4.99, because we will stop it, the calculation for diluted EPS here only, since after that it's increasing. So 4.9 will be the EPS. So by this we have completed an important question and a difficult question for many students solving this accounting standard 20. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. I will share another screen of the solution also. Please mention your views and suggestion in the comment section below. This is me, Priyanka Purohit, signing off. Thank you so much.